Now, one of the most interesting characters in the Fortnite storyline is without a doubt the Origin. The Origin was first leaked in survey skins in Chapter 3 Season 1 and was first released in Chapter 3 Season 2. He was released in the Battle Pass. Now, the Origin has a very interesting story to tell, so first we're just going to go through some minor details. Now, the Origin is voiced by Rahul Kohli. Now, the Origin does actually have a nationality, and he is actually British. And in my opinion, the Origin is my favourite server member of all time. If you watch this video, you will understand why, because of his storyline and his design of his suit. Anyway, let's get straight into the story of the Origin. Right, now in the Chapter 3 Season 2 Battle Pass, there was a lobby music called The Origin's Anthem. And this is basically the Origin singing about his life. You see, the Origin had it all. He was the king of the last reality. He was known as the king of the cubes, whilst the Cube Queen was known as the queen of the cubes. You see that the Origin and the Cube Queen are actually very alike. They both have a diamond on their clothing, the Cube Queen has one on her crown, and the Origin has one below his head. They both have some sort of crown. The Origin has one around his neck, and the Cube Queen has one on her head. There are some other minor details that these two people share. There is also a Cube King version of the Origin, but it's not a skin, we've just seen it in a Fortnite loading screen. And one last thing that make the Origin and the Cube Queen alike is that they both have a lobby music. But the Origin didn't realize something. He didn't realize that these cubes weren't used for good. They were used for destroying realities. Now, the Origin wanted to be the good guy in this, so he abandoned the last reality and the Cube Queen. He was making an escape to somewhere, we were never told where, especially not in the lobby music, and then he was captured by the Imagined Order. So the Origin was prisoned by the IO, and guess who else was in that prison as well? The Paradigm. I spoke about it in my Paradigm video that I made a couple of weeks ago. So you see, the Paradigm was actually let out early, because she made a deal with the IO, is that if she pilots a mech to defeat a monster, then she would be let out of the prison, and the IO actually dealt with this agreement. And now the Origin was actually very jealous of the Paradigm, as he is still in prison and the Paradigm is not. But then some surprise guests entered the prison as well. The 7 entered the prison, and they were just raiding it, and they were killing all of the IO guards and stuff like that. Now, the Origin had already made an escape plan by this time, but he didn't know that the 7 were going to come along. The 7 then came across the Origin, and they actually made an agreement. So the Origin was taken by the 7, not in a brutal way, just in a nice way. They were taken to their sanctuary place, and basically, as the Paradigm and some other members have just dipped, the Origin stepped in, and he became quite an important 7 member. He became a commander, which commands the loopers to do stuff. He also gave people tasks to do as well. Oh, and can I just say that the Origin was barely even seen in Zero War. He was probably the least seen member in Zero War. He didn't go with the Foundation or Jones, anything like that. It was just in the beginning, and he just sat there, to be honest. They could have done a bit more with the Origin in Zero War, not gonna lie. Then Collision came around. Now, the Origin wasn't really in this event. He was in the quest that was leading up to this event, but all he really did was just speak at the beginning, giving us a guide and a warning on what to do. I'm going to show that full clip to you right now.
Attention crew. The 7 have intercepted communications from Geno intended for Dr. Slone. We believe the Imagined Order's weapon system will reach critical mass sooner than expected. If we don't stop it now, all life on the island will be destroyed. Leading the mission will be the finest mech captain in all reality. She'll be behind the controls. You and your team will be on weapons. The bridge is yours, Paradigm.
And then after the Collision event and after the Collider was destroyed, then came Chapter 3, Season 3, aka the Vibe-In season. So in this season, the Origin had an NPC location. And now towards the end of Season 3, his NPC location disappeared. But then the Origin disappeared, leaving his helmet at where he was in Chapter 3 Season 2. He was then found in a secret underground bunker with the scientist, a visitor, and also the Paradigm was there as well. You could see it in the Chapter 3 Season 4 cinematic trailer. But in this trailer, this would be the last time we would see the Origin because he got chromed and so did the scientist and the visitor. This is actually pretty sad as I didn't like that the Origin was just killed off. I had so much more hope in him. And now we are in Chapter 4 and we haven't seen the Origin once. We have not seen him once and this is not good. This is not good for every member of the Seven. Please bring them back. Please. They were an amazing part of the storyline, and I don't know why Epic Games just suddenly killed them off. Please, bring them back. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a long make, not gonna lie. It was quite hard as well. I had a load of my friends help me with it. I gave them credit in the description. Thank you for watching. This took me like a week to make. Guys, thank you guys so much. I'm really sorry for the wait, though. Anyway, new video should be coming out soon. Anyway, see you guys. Bye.